This is Jeb Blunt, and it's Money Monday on the Sales Gravy Podcast.
Say make money, money, make money, money, money. Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound.
All right, it's Monday, the most important day of the week, because when you start Monday strong, you end the week strong and you sell more. And this week, more than ever, it's crucial that you're focused and fired up, because this week is the gateway to the most dangerous time of year for sales professionals, the holidays. Now, before I jump into that, I've got a question for you. Have you ordered my brand new book, The LinkedIn Edge? Here's what Guy Kawasaki, the chief evangelist for Canvas, says about it. He says, most people treat LinkedIn like a resume, but the LinkedIn Edge shows you how to turn it into a remarkable revenue engine. This #1 best-selling book has been on an absolute tear. People love the LinkedIn Edge because they're hungry for prospecting techniques that actually work. If you don't have it, go get the LinkedIn Edge today on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or in your favorite airport bookstore. From right now until the first week of January, you're going to face a perfect storm of distractions, excuses, and temptations that can absolutely destroy your year-end number and your first quarter production next year. And most salespeople, they don't even see it coming. It's not until the end of December that they realize that they're in trouble, but by then, it's too late. It typically starts Thanksgiving week in the United States and continues as we move into the first week of December. The distractions start flooding in. You got company parties, family obligations, and a whole lot of shopping to do, all of which knock you off of your routine, causing your daily prospecting and follow-up activities to drop. And let's be honest, you've been grinding hard for the entire year, and you're ready to let your guard down and coast a bit before the end of the year. Now, by the second and third week of December, many of the opportunities in your pipeline that you were counting on closing start to ghost you or tell you that they're pushing decisions off to next year. And by now, you're so mentally checked out that you're barely doing any prospecting at all. And once we move into the Christmas and New Year's weeks, your office is a ghost town. The phones are silent. Your pipeline is stalled. You've missed your forecast, and you convince yourself there's no point in even trying. And just like that, you've lost an entire month of selling. But here's the brutal truth. You didn't just lose a month, you lost 3 months. Because all those prospects that pushed off decisions until next year, they're never coming back. And that empty pipeline you're staring at as you move into January is going to haunt you through March and potentially through the entire year. Your average sales cycle is probably somewhere around 60 to 90 days. And that means deals that you put in your pipeline over the next 2 to 3 weeks are crucial for a good January. And the ones you add in December are the key to delivering a solid February and March. But if you allow the holidays to take you off your game, you might not recover until April or May. Your entire first quarter could be shot. This is the killer, and it's how so many promising sales careers end. I've witnessed far too many salespeople get fired in March for pipeline problems that started in November when they let their discipline slip during the holidays. Now, the first thing you need to pay attention to are the deals that are currently in your pipeline, because right now, they're more vulnerable than at any other time of the year because your prospects have the perfect excuse to push off decisions. And when deals sit idle for a month, bad things happen. Stakeholders change, budgets get reallocated, priorities shift. Your champion gets distracted by the holiday themselves and 17 other initiatives. And your competitors, they slip in while you're eating fruitcake and drinking eggnog. I've watched salespeople lose 6-figure deals they thought were locked up in November simply because they took their foot off the gas during the holidays. Now, I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Pipeline opportunities that push into the new year are not coming back. Do not count on them. Do not allow yourself to be delusional about them. If you don't get forecasted opportunities closed by the end of the year, consider them dead. And for this reason, you must be vigilant with follow-up, assertive with your communication, and do whatever it takes to get those deals closed now. And when it comes to prospecting, the activity that puts opportunities into your pipeline, the real reason you struggle during the holidays is because you give yourself permission to slack off. You tell yourself little lies to justify taking it easy, like, well, nobody's making decisions right now anyway. Everyone's on vacation, or I'll ramp back up in January. And yes, some prospects are on vacation, but not all of them. And yes, some decisions will get pushed, but not all of them. And yes, it's hard to get people on the phone during the holidays, but it's not impossible. The salespeople who crush it during the holidays understand something that everyone else forgets. It's all about discipline, because discipline transforms holiday impulsiveness into intention and a higher income. This is where mental toughness really pays off and shows up in your bank account. Because to outsell the holidays, you need a concrete plan and you need the discipline to execute it. Now, here are 5 keys to outselling the holidays, and you need to do these things right now. And by right now, I mean this week. Step 1 is conducting a pipeline audit. Go through every deal in your pipeline and assess the risk of each one stalling out during the holidays. Then decide what needs to be done to get them closed right now. And for your most important opportunities, create a specific action plan. Do not assume that anything will just keep moving on its own, because these deals will not close themselves. Step 2 is blocking your calendar. Pull up your calendar for the rest of the year and block time for daily prospecting, block time for deal advancement, and block time for follow-ups. Yes, I know you got holiday parties and family obligations and shopping you got to do, so put those on your calendar as well. The key here is planning everything in advance so that you don't drop the ball. Now, you may have to get creative. Maybe you prospect for an hour before the rest of your family wakes up in the morning, or maybe you make follow-up calls during your lunch break, or maybe you work a few hours over the weekend. The point is, if it's not on your calendar, it probably won't happen. And if your calendar is blank for the next month, your pipeline will also be blank in January. Step 3 is to set non-negotiable activity targets. Now, this is critical. Decide right now what your daily minimums are going to be during the holiday season. Set the targets, write them down, and then commit to them. Then, and this is the important part, review your progress against these targets every morning and every afternoon to hold yourself accountable. And you have to remember this, no one else is going to do it for you. Your manager is distracted, your company is distracted, your peers are distracted, so you're going to have to be your own accountability partner during the holiday season. Step 4 is front-loading December. We know that the last 2 weeks of the year are going to be an absolute circus. So double down now and bank as much activity as possible at the end of November and into the early part of December. That way, by the time Santa comes down the chimney, you've already done the work to keep your pipeline healthy. And step 5 is planning your January. Don't wait until January 2nd to start thinking about your first quarter. Plan it now. What's your goal for Q1 revenue? How much pipeline do you need to hit that goal? And what actions do you need to take now to start strong in January? Top performers don't get back into it in January. They hit January already in motion because they planned for it in November. Now, here's the good news. This is what happens to you when you have the discipline to do these things to outsell the holidays. You keep your commission checks rolling in. December and January don't have to be lean months, and this really matters because those holiday credit card bills will come due. And you'll start the new year strong. Instead of spending January scrambling to fill your pipeline, you'll start with momentum and a full pipeline of qualified opportunities that are ready to close. You'll also reduce your stress, because there's nothing more stressful than staring at an empty pipeline in February knowing you should have done the work in December. And most importantly, you'll still enjoy the holidays. This isn't about working 80-hour weeks and not having any fun. It's about being strategic with your time so that you can be productive and enjoy time with your family. By maintaining discipline during the holidays, you'll actually feel less stressed and you'll enjoy them more. Now, before I wrap up, a quick note about our upcoming live workshop, Strategies for Outselling the Holidays, that will be taught live on November 20th at 12 p.m. Eastern by Sales Gravy Master Trainer and fan favorite, Jessica Stokes. In this special Sales Gravy training session, you'll learn specific tips, tactics, and techniques for prospecting and breaking through buyer resistance during the holidays. To learn more and enroll, go to learn.salesgravy.com. That's learn.salesgravy.com and click on the Live Workshops tab in the top menu. Now, here's your Money Monday assignment. Block 2 hours on your calendar this week and use that time to conduct your pipeline audit, build your holiday schedule, and set your activity targets. And if you're a sales manager, do this with your entire team. Don't wait. Don't tell yourself you'll get to it next week. Do it now. The salespeople who take this seriously will end the year strong and start off next year even stronger. The salespeople who ignore this advice will spend the first quarter digging themselves out of a hole. The only question that remains is which one of these salespeople you decide to be. And remember, when it's time to go home, especially during the holidays when you'll be tempted to quit early, always stop and make one more call. That discipline is often the difference that will help you outsell the holidays. This is Jeb Blunt, and I'll see you next time on the Sales Gravy Podcast.
Survival of the fittest, you can sink or swim. I've been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C-notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. I need a pack of them snaps, a handful of Fetty Wops, and rubber band on my greenbacks. Look, dawg, don't be playing with my paper. I need every red cent, that's why I brought my little scraper.